All right, young groms, big training day coming up for Hawaii. And yeah, I'm paddling from this side of the harbor to the other, and it is pretty far. It is a mile there, straight shot, but I know I have some currents going back and forth, so I'm aiming it for it to be about 2.5 miles total between getting lost and yeah, I'm just prepared for 2.5 miles. It'll be my longest paddle yet. I don't know why, guys, that I'm such a scaredy cat. Like, I do things, and when I look back at them, I'm like, oh wow, you're pretty brave. Like when I surfed alone, like up by the Canadian border, like all alone in super big waves, like that I was brave then, even though I was just like so scared. So this is like so dumb because there's no wind, like no current, but I'm just scared for some reason. I texted my dad. He was like, he's only worried about, I'm just putting the GoPro on right now. He's only worried about like a boat coming through and running me over, but I'm worried about the whole gambit of things. And I texted them, you know, my location, and I was like, if I'm not back in a few hours, come look for me. Even though this is so overkill, and you got to think that I'm just such a scaredy cat, but I'm doing it. I'm gonna focus on catching a big blue wave in Hawaii, like catching a big open face. I've been like thinking about this new mindset where it's like, instead of like blaming everyone on what you don't have, just think about exactly what you want and go get it. Like think, I'm gonna get exactly what I want, and I'm not gonna stop working until I do. And what I wanna do is pass this. I wanna paddle this channel, so I'm gonna think about doing exactly that, paddling there and back.
There is a war outside. Come see the bullets fly. Do you hear the battle cry? The world.
Oh, it is beautiful out here. It is so beautiful. There's a light headwind, but it's so beautiful.
Stand behind the lines. Battle between dark and night. Time for the great to die. Come on, we all must choose a side.
Hey guys, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a light snow coming down, and this is actually what my dad was worried about right there. That's a barge or something, but he sees me and I'm really far away from him, so I think we're safe. All right guys, it's still snowing. I'm about halfway through the channel and I'm pretty scared, but I'm getting over it. I keep seeing these little fins, but I know they're just like little fish. All right guys, made it to the other side. Camera's dying. All right, young groms, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's still snowing a little bit, and that was a beautiful paddle. Super hard, kind of scary, just because I was all the way out like the middle of Long Island Sound, it felt like, but it was nice because there was almost no wind the entire time. It did come up out of the northeast a little bit at one point when I was on the way back, and I was like, oh no, this is no fun. But yeah, it was awesome. It was scary in the middle. I was seeing all these little fins, like only like this big, whizzing by, and like they would just be like hanging out kind of like a school of fish, bass or something, and then I'd trudge through them on my giant paddleboard, and they'd like swim away or whatever. But yeah, it's definitely a fear of mine, just being like out in the middle of the ocean alone. So this is really helping me overcome that. Even though I surf alone up in Maine, I've surfed some super scary spots by myself, but it's kind of like that open water thing. I don't know. I always feel it, but I almost always manage to conquer it and just keep going. So I'm really stoked about that. 3.16 miles on the GPS when I plugged it in. So I'm so stoked for that. That was my longest paddle by far. I've done 2 and change a few times, but this was a ton of paddling. From one point of land to the other was 1 mile. And I kind of got sucked in and down into the bay on my way there, and then I got sucked out to sea on my way back for some reason, or I just kind of aimed and got lost and had to like paddle, you know, parallel to the shore for a while. So yeah, it ended up being 3.16 miles, and I'm so stoked with it. And I feel like I could go, you know, surf a session right now and be fine. So my paddle endurance is there. Yeah, I'm super stoked on this little channel crossing, and yeah, we got to get back to study because I have a few weeks left before I leave, and I got to do a ton of tests, applications to rotations, like crazy med school things, and it's all in my mind that I got to do this. So yeah, but we're making it happen. We're finding ways. We're not finding excuses. We're finding ways, and as always, we will see you on the next swell.